Hello, baseball fans, and welcome to this broadcast of Lamar Viking Varsity Baseball, brought to you by the Lamar Viking Baseball Booster Club. I'm Bill Crowley, going to be bringing you the play-by-play. With me is Al Qualman, going to be doing the color commentary, and we're going to get started with starting lineups. And now, ladies and gentlemen, starting lineups for today's game. First, for the visiting North Crowley Panthers, batting first at shortstop, number 1, Mateo Hernandez. Batting second at third base, number 23, Miko James. Batting third at catcher, number 12, Matt Perry. Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 3, Giovanni Esparza. Batting fifth, left fielder, number 4, Garrett Stevenson. Batting sixth, right fielder, number 16, Jose Alvarez. Batting seventh, center fielder, number 15, Marcus Bultron. Batting eighth, first baseman, number 10, Jacob Perry. Batting ninth, second baseman, number 2, Connor Michael. The starting pitcher is number 5, Jacob Shellum. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Lamar Vikings. Batting first at second base, number 11, Cameron Weil at second. Batting second, right fielder, number 16, Bradley Missile in right. Batting third at catcher, number 24, Jose Gutierrez behind the plate. Batting fourth at shortstop, number 9, Sean Kelly at short. Batting fifth, third baseman, number 8, Bryce Cox at third. Batting sixth, center fielder, number 2, Kyle Foster in center. Batting seventh, the starting pitcher, number 6, Evan Zelm. Zelm is on the mound. Batting eighth, number 7, left fielder, Brendan Schaefer in left. Batting ninth is the designated hitter, number 23, Mason Womack at DH. The starting first baseman, number 14, William Bell at first. The rest of your Lamar Vikings are Jack Austin, Omir Abdallah, Adrian Rodriguez, Charlie Frawley, Braden Chambers, and JT Gross. They are led by Coach Damon Evans and head coach Paul Kino. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and honor our nation's flag as you are able to rise for the playing of the national anthem. Your Lamar Vikings today behind the plate. Catcher number 24, Jose Gutierrez. Gutierrez at catcher. And on the mound, number 6, your starting pitcher, Evan Zelm. Zelm, the pitcher for the Vikings. So, Al, how are you doing tonight?
Great, Bill.
All right.
Looks like a great night for a ball game.
It's a beautiful day for baseball, as they say. Glad to have you here, back for another night of Lamar Viking baseball. Leading off for the Panthers, shortstop number 1, Mateo Hernandez.
Hernandez left-hand batting. Zelm left-hand pitching. So we got a lefty-on-lefty matchup to start out.
Well, that'll make it fun and interesting.
Zelm pounds the first pitch for a strike.
Tonight's first pitch temperature, 75 degrees.
Next pitch was a ball outside, count at 1-1. Next pitch catches the outside corner, 1-2. Zelm ahead of the hitter.
There's a line drive out to center field. That'll be a leadoff single for Hernandez. Thanks, Al, for covering for me while I'm getting caught up on a couple of things here.
No worries.
The next batter is number 23, third baseman, Miko James.
As long as you cover for me later this game, how's that?
That sounds like a deal. Good team effort up here with you, Al.
Absolutely.
Well, and the Vikings come into this game now 2-1. First pitch swung on a miss for strike 1. The Vikings come in with a 2-1 district record. They swept Sam Houston last week, and they lost to North Crowley across Tarrant County over there on Tuesday night, 6-4. And there's a second pitch in for a called strike.
Zelm getting ahead of the hitters so far.
That pitch is going to miss outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 on, nobody out here in the top of the first inning. Get Evan Zelm on the mound for the Vikings today. Throws back over to first, and Hernandez gets back in plenty of time.
Just outside, evens the count to 2-2.
Zelm throws back over to first. Hernandez dives back just in time. William Bell playing first base tonight over there.
Bell's a big target over there.
Yep, tall drink of water and got that nice long reach. And that one's fouled back over the umpire and the catcher straight back to the netting, so the count stays even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Doesn't look like Hernandez is looking to run, but he's taking a healthy lead.
And the next pitch is going to be up and out for ball 3 now. Full count here to Miko James, the third baseman.
Hernandez will be running on this pitch.
And that one's fouled back also to the net. Count stays full at 3-2. And for all those who are tuned in so far, we were hoping we were going to have a more clear picture than we had been having. We did have a new camera, but we're having some trouble getting the broadcast software to replicate exactly what was being shown. And it was a swing and a miss for strike 3. So there is the first strikeout recorded tonight by Evan Zelm.
Good pitch by Zelm, Bill, on the outside corner.
The next batter is the catcher, number 12, Matt Perry. So I don't know if that's the Matthew Perry from the old Friends show. Matt Perry.
He's got the same build.
And the first pitch is going to be just high for ball 1.
You know, I saw him on another show today. I don't know what it is, Bill, but he's got gray hair.
Wow. That means we're all getting older, right? And
that's true.
Speaking of growing gracefully older, Jay Ryan just stepped up into the broadcast booth. He's trying to help us with some of our video improvements over time. Jay does a fantastic job as our producer for all of these broadcasts, both for baseball and football. He just said that he loves soccer. Yeah, you missed the puck drop earlier. The last pitch was fouled over. Oh, now they've got Hernandez in a rundown. Looks like Bell throws over to Sean Kelly. He's running him back, and Zelm's going to tag him. So a nice, efficient, I think there was only about 2, maybe 3 throws there once the pitcher threw to first base. So now no base runner and 2 outs.
Really good pickoff move by Zelm there, Billy. And then it was, as you mentioned, very tight on the throws. Kelly ran him back. Limited the number of throws, got the out on the pickoff.
So now there's 2 outs and nobody on. That pitch is fouled away off over past outside the give a little love. There was a baseball player for North Crowley coming back into the field, and he caught that foul ball over behind the dugout. So now the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs and nobody on.
Can't count that one as a third out?
No, not if the home guy catches it outside the playing field. And there's a swing and a miss.
Count as an out.
So in an odd, untraditional way, 3 up and 3 down. We'll be back with the bottom of the second in just a few moments. Leading off for the Vikings in the bottom of the first inning, number 11, Cameron Weil. So Al, as has been the case most of the season, district play and back into some of the tournaments, Cameron Weil, second baseman, leading off for the Vikings. Batting left-handed, facing the right-handed pitcher, Jacob Shellum. First pitch misses outside for ball one.
So given the district setup, Bill, I believe these would be the number 2 pitchers for each team. Is that correct?
That's what I would kind of go with, yeah. Because Missile is, I would say, is considered to be pretty much the ace pitcher for the Vikings.
Number 1 starter for Lamar.
Yeah, and as we've kind of noted before, and we'll get that, pitch is outside. So 3-0 count to start off with for
Wiles. Probably going to take a look at this next one.
Yeah, but the red light is definitely on. And it catches the outside of the strike zone, so it's 3 balls and 1 strike. But they went to a format, and I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, to where you only you play both teams in the same week instead of going through the district once and then back around again. High fly ball that goes out into left field. It looks to be playable by the left fielder, and it is. That'd be Garrett Stevenson that caught that ball. So 1 up, 1 down so far. The next batter for the Vikings, number 16, right fielder Bradley Missile. What's that, Al?
Bill, the wind tonight blowing in from first to third, so that ball did carry a little bit over into left field.
And that ball was that. I was looking over. Jay is fixing our video by the nth degree. It looks sharper, and it's a wider view of the field. So
got technical support.
Yeah, technically speaking. First pitch missed, ball 1. There's a high fly ball that's going into the second baseman's area just at the edge of the dirt, and he'll catch that for out number 2.
Good to have technical support.
Yes, it is, especially if it's Jay Ryan. Ahora bateando número 24, Jose Gutierrez. So
Shellham so far, Bill, 2 up, 2 down. After getting behind the first hitter.
And as they say, for getting help in a lot of things, it's not what you know, it's who you know. We know Jay Ryan. He's coming in here and all the way from production headquarters across the north side of Arlington in our studio that's in a hidden bunker.
It's good to have friends.
It is. Oh, there's a sharp, oh my gosh, a line drive that knocks the second baseman down.
Speared by the second baseman.
He's going to feel that one all week, so that'll go down as an L4 for number 24. And we'll be back for the top of the second here in just a little bit. Well, welcome back to the broadcast. The pitcher, Zelm, has finished his warm-up before the top of the second. Vikings have come to the mound, headed back out. Leading off in the top of the second inning for the Panthers, number 3, designated hitter, Giovanni Esparza.
Esparza batting cleanup as Zelm got through. First 3 hitters on a pickoff, so the only 3 hitters faced so far.
Yeah, it's kind of rare when it's 3 up, 3 down, and there was a single.
Yeah.
But it happened.
Yep.
That pitch is inside. And a count 2-0. The first pitch missed, I believe, outside, and that went inside, so 2 balls and no strikes. And the next pitch from Zelm, going to go high. So he's been outside, inside, and upside, if you will. A little bit high on that one, 3-0. And that pitch misses outside again, so the leadoff batter, the cleanup man, is going to get on with a walk. Left fielder number 4, Garrett Stevenson. And as Jay has just said to me, apologize for the changing of the picture right now. He's trying to adjust to our secondary camera. There's a bunt laid down, goes straight back to Zelm. He throws over to first. Bell catches it, so it's an out, but advances the runner. So that'll go down as a 1-3 sacrifice bunt on number 4.
Good bunt by Stevenson. Advanced the runner and
number 16, right fielder Jose Alvarez. Is that what's going out now? Okay. So we have a new view with our newer camera, and I think it's a little bit sharper picture than we had before. Again, thanks Jay Ryan for getting things kind of undiscombobulated. A little bouncer back to the pitcher. He looks at the runner at second. Well, it looks him back to second and throws over to first for out number 2. So another 1-3 gets number 16, and now there's 2 outs with 1 on at second.
Zelm Bill.
Next batter, center fielder number 15, Marcus Biltron.
Bill Zelm did a really good job of looking the runner at second back there and getting the out.
Yeah, and he knew he had time. It was just a little one hopper back to him off the bat, and
right.
Then but like you say, he did a good job of looking that guy back, and then in plenty of time still made the throw to first to William Bell to get the out. 1-0 pitch comes in, swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's important to keep that runner off of third. The runner at third can score in a number of different ways that you can score from second. So really good job of Zelm holding him there.
Good point. There's a high fly ball that looks to be playable by the second baseman, but Sean Kelly comes in as the captain of the infield and calls it off. And that'll be an F6. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. So in the top of the second, no runs, no hits, 1 batter left. It was the walk. Still no score. We'll be back in just a few moments. Leading off for the Vikings in the bottom of the second inning, shortstop number 9, Sean Kelly. I apologize for the picture again, the shaking. Hope no one's getting seasick out there. We are Don't show me. Fly ball that goes into foul territory over toward the bullpen for the Panthers off the first base line. So that'll be the first strike. No balls and 1 strike to Kelly.
Billy, I understand we got a listener down in Houston, Texas tonight.
Who is that, Al?
That's Haley Qualman working for alma mater, the Vikings here.
Nice.
So big shout out to Haley tonight. Thanks for listening in.
That pitch just misses for ball 1. There's a fly ball out into right field, and it's caught by the right fielder, Jose Alvarez. Nice running catch there by him. Out number 2. Number 8, third baseman, Bryce Cox. First pitch catches the outside edge of the plate for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike to Bryce Cox. And the next pitch is swung on a miss. That one down in the dirt. No balls and 2 strikes.
Looked like an off-speed pitch that fooled.
Yeah, off-speed, and it dropped low. Nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. No score yet. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3 on Bryce Cox. The next batter for the Vikings, number 2. Center fielder Kyle Foster. Kyle hits one high and deep to left field. That's going to be playable and caught by the left fielder, Garrett Stevenson. And so once again, we have a 3-up, 3-down inning. No score, we'll be back. Leading off in the top of the third inning, number 10, first baseman Jacob Perry. Well, welcome back to the broadcast, and first batter up is Jacob Perry. Swings and misses at the first pitch, and the second pitch is on the outside edge for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes.
Bill, so far we're locked in a pitching duel here.
That pitch just misses inside. That'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Real clear out here.
Jay Ryan, and all of his great humor is out in the stands, and says it's perfectly clear view out there in the stands. That ball is just grounded, barely tapped back to the pitcher. Zelm picks it up and throws over to William Bell at first for out number 1. So another 1-3. Al, in the first 7 batters, 3 of them have been pitcher to first base.
I was going to say, I think each pitcher has faced the minimum number of batters. Which
the next really batter is number 2, second baseman Connor McMichael.
Kudos to our technical support there, Jay Ryan. If y'all are on the internet, our picture is much better at this point.
First pitch is strike 1. Second pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, I meant to get the name. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Connor McMichael. He's the second baseman for the Panthers tonight.
The last pitch foul tipped. Check swing.
And they appeal to the first base umpire, and he says didn't go around.
Pitch up tight by Zelm. Pitch fouled off.
So the 2-2 pitch is now coming. Swung on a high fly ball that's going to go back over towards and it hits the roof. This rooftop foul ball is brought to you by RJ Construction, who reminds you that they are the leaders in roofing repair as well as window replacement. RJ Construction, a proud sponsor of Lamar Viking Baseball. There's a 1 hopper that goes to the second baseman Weil. He throws to William Bell at first in plenty of time, and now that's a 4-3. And now we've been through the lineup once, Al.
This game is almost progressing as fast as the JV game did last Tuesday, Bill.
The next batter is number 1, Mateo Hernandez. Definitely so. That was just a boom thing, right?
That game was close to an hour. I didn't have the exact time on it. But
was that the one you announced? I wasn't here because the next night I was here to do the freshman game. Ground ball to Sean Kelly.
Oh.
The throw is just a little bit high and pulls William Bell off the bag. I think he had that beat out to begin with. I'm going to say that's probably a single.
Yeah, we're going to call that a hit.
We will. Game changer being run by Jerry Gutierrez, so he'll be the official scorer on that. But I think he had that beat out.
Kelly fielded the ball cleanly.
The next batter, number 23, Miko James. Yeah, man, and he had to reach over, do kind of a roundhouse pick up and throw over to first base anyway.
Weakly hit ground ball.
First pitch is fouled up and away. It's going to go back over behind the visitor stands. So Zelm will start out in front of this batter, 0-1, no balls and 1 strike.
Zelm working quickly here, Bill. I wish the major leagues were as fast as Zelm.
We barely have time to keep up with the action of what's going on.
There's a big debate in the major leagues now as to
how
speeding up the pace of play.
Pitch misses outside for ball 1. Yeah, definitely so.
Could take a clue from a high school here. Not a lot of time in between pitches.
That pitch is going to miss just outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike now. The leadoff hitter back up at the plate, Mateo Hernandez. No, excuse me. This is the number 2 hitter, Miko James. Want to give a shout out to Ken and Francie. They are the grandparents of Mason Womack. They live in Lake Worth, Florida, so we're very glad to have them tuned in tonight. Zelm throws over to first base. Runner gets back in plenty of time. 2-1 pitch coming up. Just inside. And that'll be ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs and 1 on at first. And that pitch is high. That's ball 4, so that's a walk.
Bill, is that the second walk for Zelm?
It is. He had one in the second, and now this one. The next batter is number 12, Matt Perry.
I did not.
But other people have been texting us. First pitch to Matt Perry is going to miss high and outside. Now Gutierrez is going to go out and talk to Zelm, and that's going to draw a visit from Coach Kino as well.
Zelm's struggling a little bit with control of the last 3 batters. Got first and second, 2 outs.
Hey, Viking fans, be sure to go eat at Jason's Deli this coming Wednesday, March 28th, between 5 o'clock and 10 o'clock p.m. They are going to be donating 15% of proceeds from anyone that mentions Lamar Viking baseball. That's Jason's Deli over here in Lincoln Square. They're going to be donating 15% of sales on Wednesday, March 28th, between 5 o'clock and 10 o'clock p.m. We want to thank Jason's Deli for supporting Lamar Viking baseball.
Some good stuff there at Jacob's Deli.
Jacob's or Jason's?
Jason's.
But Jacob's Ladder is right behind you.
Jacob's Ladder is right behind you.
Yeah, Jason's Deli's got some good food, sandwiches, salad bar. Do you know, Al, that, well, there's a high fly ball that's going into short right field.
That should end the inning.
And that's going to be caught by Missile, and it does end the inning. In the top of the 3rd inning, no runs, 1 hit, 2 left on base. There's still no score. And we'll be back with the broadcast for the bottom of the 3rd in just a few moments.
Are having their pitcher bat, while North Crowley is not.
Say that again, Al. I'm sorry, and I had our volume turned down a little bit.
Pitcher is batting for the Vikings, but North Crowley elects not to batting. Both of them are using the DH.
Yeah, we're DHing for William Bell, the first baseman tonight. So that is an interesting observation. There's a high fly ball that's going to go out to middle of the range in right field, and that's going to be caught for out number 1. Go down as an F9 against number 6. Number 7, Brendan Schaefer.
So, Bill, sorry to see what happened to the Aggies last night.
Holy cow, they got off to a rough start. First pitch in there for strike 1. got off to a rough start. Michigan just jumped all over them, hitting three-pointers from everywhere on the court. I think they were 8 of 11 at one point on their first 11 tries from three-point land, and the Aggies were just the complete opposite, cold from anywhere on the court. That pitch inside for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the third inning, no score.
Back and forth between the Loyola Chicago Ramblers game and Nevada.
High fly ball is going to go out of play over past the visitors' bullpen.
Aggies, Michigan.
Well, that Chicago Loyola team, they are the Cinderella story so far.
They're definitely the Cinderella story.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Evan Zelm. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, tipped it, but caught by the batter for out number 2. Number 14, designated hitter Mason Womack. Well, Ken and Francie, this is your grandson coming up to bat.
All right, Ken and Francie.
First pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1.
We have listeners nationwide, Bill.
I believe we might have someone up in Canada also. A ground ball to the second baseman, who is Connor McMichael. Throws over to Jacob Perry at first for out number 3. So another 3 up, 3 down. We'll be back for the top of the 4th in just a few moments. Welcome back to the broadcast. This hurry-up, fast-paced game going into the top of the 4th already. Leading off in the 4th inning for the Panthers, designated hitter number 3, Giovanni Esparza. First pitch misses for ball 1. Esparza, his first at bat, he walked in the 2nd inning and was stranded. That pitch is in there
Good
for strike 1. Yeah, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch misses inside. Now 2 balls and 1 strike.
Bill, right fielder and center fielder are playing way in today, and you would expect that with the wind the way it's blowing.
Yeah, definitely a strong southerly wind.
Yeah.
Kind of moving from south and out of the southwest as well, but that's a good point.
I don't think we're going to see any home runs tonight to
right field for
right
sure.
Center for sure.
2 balls and 2 strikes now, the count. There's a little looper. It's a fly ball that's going to be playable by Bryce Cox over at third base for out number 1. That'll go down as an F5 against number 3. The next batter is number 4, Garrett Stevenson. So Garrett Stevenson hits the first pitch out to right field.
Caught.
But Bradley Missel had it played almost perfectly, so 1 pitch at bat, 1 out. That'll go down as an F9 against number 4.
Missile with the one-handed grab there.
Number 16, Jose Alvarez. So Jose Alvarez comes up to the plate. His previous at bat, he grounded out to the pitcher. Little tapper. And he looks at the first pitch for strike one. No balls and 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. Limited base runners in this game, Al. No one from the Vikings has made it to first base yet. The Panthers have had 4 base runners, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, nobody scoring. And the count now even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Both pitchers have good command, and they're working quickly, very quickly.
Yeah, there's not much time between pitches. They know what they're out to do. Next pitch, swung on a ground ball straight to William Bell at first. He picks it up and handles it on his own. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 4th. We'll be back.
Oh, wow, with a bunt, looks like he's going to get on. Not even a throw.
Single. Nice. So there goes the perfect game.
Wow, breaking up the no-hitter in perfect game with an absolutely beautiful bunt down.
16, Bradley Missile.
Perfect bunt down the third base line, Bill. Missile stepping in. Shellham's throws to first to hold the runner back. First pitch way high. Missile has to duck and almost hits him. Count goes to 1-0. Shellham looking to run their back now. Looks for the sign. Throws in another bunt. And he's safe. Low throw by the pitcher. Missile safe.
And bobbled by the first baseman. I think he might have had him if he hadn't bobbled it, but it was a low throw, like you say.
Low throw. So the Vikings have something going here, Bill.
20. Number 24, Jose Gutierrez.
2 runners on with Lamar's most dangerous hitter now up at the plate. Gutierrez is an imposing individual at the plate.
First pitch misses for ball 1.
You can see why he's a pro prospect, Bill.
Oh my gosh, this guy can hit the ball. He hit a home run over at North Crowley on Tuesday night. He gets a big piece of that one, and it goes foul over toward the Viking bullpen. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And I believe now they've officially had all 30 Major League teams come to some of his games this season so far, either home or away.
It's tremendous size, tremendous talent.
He has signed a letter of intent with Dallas Baptist University, but keeping the prospect of going into the draft. That pitch just misses for ball 2.
I've noticed all pitchers are very careful with Gutierrez.
Yeah, they know that power for sure.
But he's equally adept at getting ahead in the count and then taking a healthy swing.
There's a pitch in the dirt, and Weil is going to advance to third, and now Missile goes to second on the pass ball.
And the count goes to 3-1 on Gutierrez.
So a chance here of loading the bases with nobody out. And now they are just giving him, did they throw the pitch or did they just say they're walking him?
I think they just give the indication to walk him.
And
good decision by the Panthers.
running at first base for the Vikings, number 5, Omir Abdallah. The next batter is number 9, Sean Kelly. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me come pictures. First pitch is going to miss outside for ball 1. So
big opportunity for the Vikings here.
Sean Kelly comes up to the plate. I guess that officially goes down as an intentional walk to Gutierrez, but it was only on the 4th ball.
Substitute.
Yeah, I announced it. And that pitch just barely catches the strike zone. So Sean Kelly up to the plate. He flew out to right field back in the 2nd inning, his first at bat. Bases loaded, nobody out. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Or actually, umpire says he tipped it. But regardless, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Healthy cut by Kelly.
High fly ball that's going to go into center field.
It should get a runner in.
Playable. It's caught, and now Weil is going to run to home plate, and he'll score. The throw in is not fielded well by the pitcher, who also loses his glasses off of his hat. Scoring for the Vikings, number 11, Cameron Weil. The next batter is number 8, Bryce Cox.
Bill, the Vikings using some small ball there to score their first run. 2 bunts and a walk and a sacrifice fly. Now 1 out, still 2 runners on for the Vikings.
Wow, that pitch caught the outside edge of the outside corner for strike 2, no balls and 2 strikes.
The bunt and the speed of Weil really changed this game in this inning. Broke up the no-hitter, broke up the perfect game, and now the Vikings still have something going on.
And a swing and a miss, strike 3 for Bryce Cox. The pitch was dropped, but first base was occupied, so he won't be able to advance it there. Number 2, Kyle Foster. Kyle Foster comes up to the plate. He flew out to left field his first time at bat back in the second inning. Now runners at first and second with 2 outs for Foster. He looped
hit.
Base hit to right field. That's going to score a missile. He's going to come around from second. Abdallah is going to stop at third. So an RBI single for Kyle Foster. RBI single by Kyle Foster scores Bradley Missile. The next batter, Evan Zell.
Foster poking it down the right field line for that RBI single.
Well, that was a beautiful hit by Foster. First pitch he saw on that at bat.
Well placed hit. Got runners at first and third. So the Vikings still threatening here. Oh, picked him off.
Oh, looks like now they haven't sent Abdallah yet. Connor's out there coaching him, and now he's going to go, and he scores. Oh my gosh, that was a beautiful move all the way around. Omir Abdallah scores while Foster appeared to be in a pickoff. Scoring for the Vikings, number 5, Omir Abdallah.
The speed of Abdallah there scored the run, Bill. Timed it perfectly, well coached.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was awesome.
So big inning for the Vikings here. 3 already plated. And another bunt.
Down the third base line, the throw, not in time. So that'll go down as an infield single for the pitcher, Evan Zelm, helping out his own cause. Your attention, please. We need someone to temporarily move a vehicle that has been, that's blocking in another vehicle. It's a white GMC pickup truck. The license plate is JWW3575. JWW3575. If you can move that vehicle just temporarily, at least you've got someone blocked in. Thank you very much.
Bill, I don't know what happened there, but I think the runner ran outside of the line, and
At the bottom of the 4th inning, 3-run score, 2 left on base. And the score now, Lamar 3, North Crowley 0.
Yeah, so they called the runner out. He ran outside the baseline.
Okay, that's what happened because it looked like he was safe. He beat it, but he must have gone outside or something. But
I don't know what happened there.
We got 3 in the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back in just a few moments for the top of the 5th. In the top of the 5th inning for the Panthers, number 15, Marcus Biltron. Well, Al, here we are already in the top of the 5th inning, and it is 7:52 Central Time. First pitch is swung on and hit foul out of play over behind the visitors' dugout. This game is moving so fast, it's hard for us to keep up with everything we're supposed to do.
I'm telling you, the baseball commissioner needs to come out here and watch what they're doing here. He wants to find out how to speed up the game.
That pitch.
It's a ball.
Yeah, the batter looked like he might swing. He didn't come really close, but Gutierrez goes ahead and appeals over to first base, says no dice. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. There's a chopper to Sean Kelly. Short, scoops it one hand, throws with the other, and beats that runner by about 3 steps. That Sean Kelly is something else at shortstop.
Great range. The other thing that speeds the pace of play in the high school level, Bill, is the batters don't step out of the box. And
the next batter, number 10, Jacob Perry.
At major league level, you see that all the time.
Every pitch.
Yeah.
Now, once in a while, you'll see a guy step out and look at his coach over at third, but a lot of times, like you say, they are staying in there. And the umpires don't put up with a lot of stalling around like that, too.
Yeah.
First pitch misses for ball 1. Go ahead, Al.
Really good for the game.
Yeah. Now the 1-0 pitch comes and catches the bottom of the strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike now. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 5th inning. The Vikings lead 3-0. All 3 of those runs scored just a few moments ago in the bottom of the 4th inning. Again, the Vikings lost over at North Crowley on Tuesday night. That pitch is in there for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 6-4 was the score on Tuesday night. So the Vikings out for revenge to even up this series and keep a winning record in district play. There's a swing and a miss. It's dropped, but Gutierrez picks it up and tags him.
2 down now. Zelm keeping his pitch count down, Bill, so I imagine he can go deep into this game.
Number 2, Connor McMichael. Yeah, that's a good point. He hasn't wasted a lot of pitches. There's been a lot of, at least 2 or 3, first pitch outs. And he hasn't gone deep in the count to very many of the players either.
Very efficient.
High fly ball that goes out to left field, and that is caught for the 3rd out, and only about 2 pitches on that at bat. So that goes down as an F7. 3 up, 3 down. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th. For the Vikings in the bottom of the 5th inning, number 7, Brendan Schaefer. So Brendan Schaefer comes up to the plate to lead off for the Vikings here in the bottom of the 5th. He has to duck down, bring his bat down. That ball goes over his head. So 1 ball and no strikes, starting off to Brendan Schaefer. Struck out swinging back in the 3rd. His first at bat, he fouls out, went over to the net in front of the visitor stands, and now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. See Mason Womack running across. He's the on-deck batter. Picks up that foul ball.
Shelham's first 2 pitches are way out of the strike zone.
Now swing and a miss for strike 2 now. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brendan Schaefer.
That pitch down the chute.
That pitch is swung on and fouled back over the broadcast booth here to where my car is parked right in front of the softball field. Didn't hear any glass shatter, but
you're insured, right? That's what insurance is for, right?
Yeah, not on that car. That's a ground ball hit to the second baseman, picks it up and throws over to first for out number 1.
So this
number 14, Mason Womack. Mason Womack comes up to the plate, hits the first pitch out into left center field. The center fielder comes over and makes the catch. And there's another quick out.
So, Bill, the story so far is those bunt singles at the bottom of the 4th by the Vikings.
Number 11, Cameron Weil. Yeah, that's it, Al. That's those. What do we have? 2 in a row, right? Bunts that went up the, down the third base line for hits.
Started with Weil here. Let's see if he may try to bunt again.
Yeah. Swings sharply hit to the shortstop. That'll be an error as it goes right through the hole in his glove. So E6 will put Weil on.
Weil tries to stretch it into double and is thrown out at second.
Oh, man. Well, there we go. No run scored in the bottom of the 5th inning. It remains 3-0 in favor of the Vikings. And we'll be back for the top of the 6th very soon. Welcome back to the broadcast here. We are quickly going into the top of the 6th inning. Leading off in the 6th inning for the Panthers, number 1, Mateo Hernandez.
Leadoff hitter for the Panthers.
Yep, back to the top of the order. Swings at the first pitch. It was up, probably up in the ball zone. So he swings and misses at a high pitch for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. He got a single his last at bat back in the 3rd inning, and he also has a single in the 1st. So the Panthers have 2 hits, and he has both of them, Al. And the count now 1 ball and 1 strike to Hernandez. And there's a called strike to make the count go 1 ball and 2 strikes. So again, Zelm getting out in front of another batter here.
Good pitch by Zelm, inside corner.
That one's going to be fouled way back over the behind the Vikings dugout toward the parking lot. Count's going to stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's fouled almost back to the exact same place.
Zelma's got Hernandez way ahead of the pitch. See if we can get him out here.
Maybe throw a fastball or something there to.
Yeah.
It didn't look like a fastball, but he fouls that one, gets a piece of it. He's in the protect the plate mode. So 3rd foul ball in the row, and the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Zelm working outside high on all 3 of the last pitches.
The 1-2 pitch. It's a bouncer just out of the reach of the pitcher's zone. Picks up by Weil. Not thrown in time. That'll go down as an infield single. It was dropped by Bell, but I believe that was in time. He had that beat out for a single. So all 3 hits now that I have recorded by the same batter.
Yeah, Hernandez gets on with his speed there.
Number 23, Miko James. Definitely so.
Bill James has got some size.
He's a tall drink of water, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, the first pitch swung on and missed, and the count starts off with no balls and 1 strike.
Off-speed pitch from Zelm. Had James ahead of it.
That pitch is going to be upstairs. Ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. I'm catching some notes fast and furious here. We'll give some shout-outs as we can. Looks like Donna is listening over in the Crowley area.
Got Leslie here in North Arlington.
I believe we got a note that Elisa is watching from Canada.
From Canada?
Yeah. Oh, Canada. There's a foul ball that's going to go over the visitor dugout to the soccer field.
It's our first international listener tonight.
That we know of. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's nobody out. There's 1 on at first base for the Panthers. There's a fly ball that's going to go into short right field. Nice catch.
Nice catch.
This Olympic moment brought to you by second baseman number 11, Cameron Weil.
Well, so far, Weil gets the MVP of this game.
The next batter is number 12, Matt Perry. He's had a lot of ground balls hit, or some ground balls hit over there, but that was a fantastic running semi-diving catch.
Ball was coming in with the wind pushing it in, so he had to really move to catch that ball.
And, you know, this is one of those things that I find interesting now. I don't know if anyone else does, but 1 ball and no strike to count here to Matt Perry. It goes down as an F4 because the second baseman caught it, but he caught it over behind first base. Like you said, the wind doing some funny things with those fly balls here today. That one's tipped back over off the right shoulder of Jose Gutierrez.
Looks like Gutierrez caught that on the finger. He's trying to shake it off.
Yeah, and the umpire doing one of those nice things, giving the catcher a chance to kind of shake that off. His fingers might be a little bit sore. He's going up and going up to the pitcher, saying hello to him, scooting some dirt around on the mound, giving Jose a chance to shake that off. And, you know, likewise, I know that sometimes if an umpire catches one in a bad spot, the catcher will call time to go talk to the pitcher. So you see a lot of cooperation, a lot of nice things between catcher and umpire there. They're looking out for each other.
Got to look out for each other when you're getting hit by those foul balls.
Exactly right. Whether it's just the fingertips or the leg, shoulder, whatever it might be. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Umpire taps Gutierrez on the helmet there just to make sure he's okay.
There's a bouncing ball just over the reach of Zelm at pitcher. He has picked up. Oh my gosh. Nice.
Another good play.
So Weil picks that one up and throws it just in time over to first base at William Bell, and that'll go down as a 4-3.
Bill, that ball was so slowly hit, I didn't think Weil had a chance at the out at first.
Number 3, Giovanni Esparza. Well, yeah, because it took that weird hop, it bounced in front of the pitcher's mound, went up and over the reach of Zelm, and then, like you say, it was so slow getting to Weil, who appropriately charged at it. Swing and a miss, the first pitch there, no balls and 1 strike. But, man, made that pickup, turned and threw just in time over to first base.
Really quick throw to first and got him by a step.
And an important out. Now there's 2 outs. Runner at second for the Panthers, who trail the Vikings 3-0. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Zelm 1 pitch away here from keeping the shutout intact in the 6th.
So no balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. The Vikings lead 3-0. The runner at second for the Panthers is Mateo Hernandez. Fly ball that's lifted out into left field and curves right over to our left fielder, Brendan Schaefer, for out number 3. So the score remains 3-0 after 5.5 innings. We'll be back. Well, welcome back to the broadcast. Leading off for the Vikings in the bottom of the 6th inning, number 16, Bradley Missile. So Al Bradley Missile is going to lead off for the Vikings here in the bottom of the 6th inning. He's our number 2 hitter in the order. Pops the first one up. It's going to go foul back over and hit our rooftop. Another rooftop foul ball brought to you by RJ Construction, who leads the area in roofing repair. There's a high fly ball that's going to go just past the infield. Shortstop has it played, and he'll make that catch for the first out.
Bill, do we get the same pay regardless of how fast the game goes?
Ahora bateando número 24, Jose Gutierrez. Yes, Al, we get the same pay no matter how many innings it goes, how many hours it goes.
Next question is, what's the Guinness Book of World Records for the quickest 9-inning or 7-inning high school game?
I don't know, but we might be pushing it here. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Gutierrez looks at that one, not where he wanted it. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Looks like he's going to swing, but checks, holds back, and now the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
I'd like to see Jose get a hold of one here.
Yeah, if he could pull it over to left field, he'd have a chance for a home run tonight. It's going to be rough to get one into right field with that wind, like you were mentioning before. That pitch misses for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Vikings lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 3-0. That pitch outside, and now the count goes to 3-1. You know, I got to kind of wonder, are they pitching around him? Probably so to a certain degree.
Yeah, I think so.
He hits a chopper to the second baseman that picks it up, bobbles it, but throws it just in time for out number 1. So that will be, it looks like, unless they've made a change they haven't caught, Connor McMichael. He's doing a good job for the Panthers over at second base. Number 9, Sean Kelly. First pitch swung on. That's hit out to right center field. That's over the head. That's going to roll out to the fence. Kelly's going around second. He's going to try to get to third. He better hurry. He better slide. And he is out, trying to stretch it into a triple. So he gets the credit for a double, but he'll be out at third. And that will end the inning, and we'll be back for the top of the 7th.
Oh, you heard it?
Welcome back to the broadcast. Leading off in the top of the 7th inning, number 4, Garrett Stevenson. Well, we've had some visitors up here in the booth. Gary Scheib and Kent Dressel came up. They both had players here at Lamar over the years. Graham G-Swag Dressel, Calvin Scheib, Peyton Scheib, both came through the program here. So great to see folks that come out to the ballpark even when they don't have kids still in the program and not only come to watch the ball game but come up and say hello in the booth. First pitch was swung on and hit foul out over the visitors' dugout, so no balls and 1 strike. Zelm ahead of another pitcher, 0-1, another batter. And that one's chopped and it's going to go back behind the umpire and the catcher for strike 2.
Swag graduated from A&M, is now working in the Metroplex, right, Kent? That's right. All right. Always good to hear that one of the alumni does well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 2 pitch coming on the way. That's going to be high for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
If Zelm can hold on here, really a dominating performance, Bill. Ball up high, count goes to 2-2.
And the 2-2 pitch comes in, fouled straight back at the net. And as happens sometimes, if it had been a little bit higher, it can loop back in. And I looked over and saw Al ready to catch that one if it did. It's easy. I flinch on some of those that even just come straight back. Hey, baseball fans, the game's moving so fast, we've overcooked just a little bit. There's freshly grilled items, $1 each. Get them hot, get them fast, get them fresh. $1 grilled items.
Zelm strikes out the first batter, so one down here in the top of the 7th, so 2 outs to go, and it'd be a complete game shutout for Zelm.
The first pitch, I believe, missed for ball 1. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Batter's number 16, Jose Alvarez. So Alvarez comes up to the plate. And that pitch catches the strike zone, so 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Man, Zelm's just ahead of every hitter, Bill.
Alvarez, in his last at bat that I have recorded, was in the 2nd inning. He grounded out to the pitcher. And I was looking down. Did he swing or just miss?
High heat struck him out.
Swing?
Swinging. Okay. That's out number 2. So last batter, and look who it is.
Number 15, Marcus Beltran. And the first pitch there catches the strike zone. I've lost count of his first pitch strikes. I usually start keeping track of those and get carried away or distracted during the game. That's another one. And there's strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes.
Just pounding that strike zone.
The 0-2 pitch coming up. It could end the game right here. And swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's the end of the ball game, ladies and gentlemen, with the final score, Lamar 3, North Crowley 0. Lamar High School and North Crowley High School would like to thank everybody for showing up to support both teams tonight. Please buckle up and drive home carefully. Well, Al, an outstanding pitching performance by Evan Zelm. He gave up only 3 hits, all of those by the same batter. Number 1, their leadoff hitter, Mateo Hernandez, he only walked 2, 1 in the 2nd and 1 in the 3rd. So all the base runners they had were basically spread out. I believe one of them made it to 2nd. I don't know that they ever had a base runner at 3rd that I can remember.
I don't recall a base runner at 3rd they had.
And obviously no score. So the Vikings get revenge, shutting out the North Crowley Panthers 3-0. They go to 3-1 in district play now, which is a nice way to go into next week.
Yeah, dominating performance by Zelm. On the offensive side of the ball, Cameron Weil, the Vikings playing a little small ball to win this game. Cameron Weil with a bunt. Bradley Missile fouled with a bunt that was mishandled. And then a big single by Bryce Cox.
Well, a very quick game. Once again, I want to thank everyone who's, as we'll call it, tuned in out there in internet land. And we enjoy doing these broadcasts. I want to thank Jay Ryan, again, our producer. Came all the way over from the broadcast headquarters to fix up some of our video and audio stuff. I'm Bill Crowley.
I'm Al Qualman.
And we'll say VFND until next time.